What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Other Side of the Firewall podcast. We talk about the latest and greatest of cybersecurity news, as well as we highlight those movers and shakers of glass cylinder breakers, those people of color made to the other side of the proverbial firewall. My name is Ryan Williams, and as always, I'm joined by Shannon.
What's up? What's up?
And Levon Maynard.
Hey, welcome to the show.
What is going on? I'm sorry, the rest of the intro. My mouth is dry. We're talking a lot, but welcome to the show. Definitely continue to tune in throughout the week. So Monday and Tuesday are our topics. Wednesday is our discussion. So on Monday, we discussed the latest fallout from the GTA 6 leak and how that goes into the the CMA, so Computer Misuse Act of 1990. And then on Tuesday, we discussed how a telecommunications company in Australia lost 40% of the population's PII. Because they're the second largest telecommunications company in Australia. And then we'll talk about how the government disagrees with how sophisticated the attack was. Then on Wednesday, we discussed an article about how countries need to further develop their cybersecurity in case of attack, and that a lot of that information came from Berlin's Minister of Security. I can't remember exactly what their title was, but definitely an interesting article when we discussed kind of like what the hits over the past 2 years. I wouldn't really call them the hits, and how many countries have been impacted by cybersecurity attacks since we started the podcast. And then today we discuss everything else, right? So it's a non-cybersecurity related episode. We talk about movies, books, TV shows, all that good stuff. But without further ado, how's everybody's weekend?
Yeah, for me, it's been pretty good. It's been really didn't have a whole bunch of content that I was consuming this week, but got to hang out with the dog, walk the dog around the neighborhood a few different times this week, and I did visit like a local jiu-jitsu school out here. Did some martial art training and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. But besides that, as far as like content,
training or teaching, LeVon.
Just training. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
training.
Okay.
I'm rusty.
No. All right. Okay.
Came in there like Chuck Norris, started laying people down.
Right. Like, let me show y'all a thing or two.
Who's the boss?
Right. Like, who's your master? Let me
be like, I'm the
Yeah, I did some like what they call them. I forgot, like the kung fu movies. They used to challenge the head instructor to try to take over the school. Like, this is my dojo now. Give me your best fighter.
my jiu-jitsu is better.
Right. Oh man, but it was good. It was good to actually I haven't done that in a while, so it was good to get back into the groove a little bit. I plan on going back over there next week. But
you feel sore? You feel sore having not done it for a little while? Or were you like, oh man, I forgot I had those muscles? Like,
yeah, I was a little sore, but at the same time, I mean, I've been doing some stuff at the house, just trying to stay in shape. But it's different. You do use different muscle groups and all that kind of stuff when you're grappling. So it's definitely like definitely I did get a little sore. Certain muscle groups were definitely sore than others. But I feel good. I feel good right now. But whatchamacallit? Yeah, so that was good. Then I watched some. I started the most recent movie, the Star Wars movie, Episode 9, with the Rise of the Skywalker, and it's been pretty good so far. I'm like halfway through it. It's got some. It's pretty. I guess it's pretty action packed. It seems like it's less focused around like just story and dialogue, and more like stuff going on, people getting shot and like using the force and all that kind of stuff. But I'll let you know once I finish it. But checking that out, then I been watching some. They just recently started the new season of My Hero Academia, which is an anime I watch on Hulu, and that's I think season 6 now. But it's first episode's fire. One of my favorite characters is like going to be the star of the next episode, and yeah, I like that one. I know I recommended it to you guys a long time ago, but it's all hero based. It's like everybody has like superpowers. Well, yeah, all the characters in the show have superpowers, and it's like something happened to the Earth. Like 80% of the population is given these quirks, as they call them, just basically superpowers. Everybody has their own quirk, but it's pretty dope. Watch that, and then what else? I've been checking out Abbott Elementary. I watched the first season of that one. I've been enjoying that. It's same people that made The Office and like Parks and Recreation. Yeah, it's really good though. It's like they do like the kind of like I don't know. I don't know if I said this last week, but they do the kind of like thing where they look at the camera and like they know they're being filmed.
Break the fourth wall.
Yeah, they break that fourth wall and like so they kind of drag you and they kind of pull you into it. Like, did this person just really just say that kind of thing? So it's fun. And then man, and then I started Reservation Dogs, which is a show on Hulu. It's about some Native Americans that like live kind of like I guess it's kind of like a reservation. It's like a community. I mean, they have some like non-Native Americans there, but it's mostly Native Americans, and then they just kind of like living their life. They kind of like it's kind of like I don't know. I would say like it's kind of like slummy a little bit. They like living in the the less pristine parts of the country or the state. It's actually in Oklahoma, but it's a really fun show. I like it, and I like seeing like some I don't know different types of show, different representation. Some other people that you may not see on other television shows, but that's been good. And what else was there? I watched another movie. It's like a man, I have to try to find it, but it was just okay. It was like a it's kind of like a martial arts movie, but it's like a it's kind of like this like kind of the people that made the oh my god the Raid movies. You remember? I don't know if you guys remember watching the Raid. Yeah, it's kind of like that style of movie. It's like it's really like gory and like people get like I don't know stabbed in the eyeball and stuff and like and like blood squirting out and all that kind of stuff. It's like it's pretty raunchy, but it was okay. It was just like it was good. Some of the action scenes were pretty cool, but wasn't nothing to like run out and run out to sea or something like the fight to go see somewhere. Right. But yeah, I think that was the main content that I watched this week. Then I played some games. I played a little bit of Horizon Forbidden West. I was getting mixed up. Yeah, Forbidden West, right? And then I'm getting really close to the end there. I don't want to reveal any kind of like a story, but it's you just got to collect some things before you can get to like the end. And I'm getting close to that. I have to collect maybe like one or two more things. But that's been enjoyable. I think like I like those games, but at the same time I feel like they're really like they're not as like they don't draw me in as much as like a it's not like I don't know, it's not like an edge of your seat like action like you find in like an Uncharted or something like that, where it's kind of like you're kind of like avoiding you're like sliding like a Tomb Raider, where you kind of slide underneath the a boulder that's crashing down or something like that, like the adventurer type thing. It's like a little bit more like I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit more like quiet and just like scenic and like you exploring, you enjoying the scenery, you find some dinosaurs you got to kill, whatever, and then like you move on to the next area. And it's like a huge world, so you like, but it's really beautiful because especially when you get to like the water, and this game differs from the first one because you can actually go in the water and you get a device you can breathe, so you can just explore in the water and kind of swim around, and you see all the. They do have this one level where it's like supposed to represent like Las Vegas, that was like decimated from whatever that took over the world. But it's like they have like the lights and like you do something in the area we had to turn on the power, and then you can see all the lights for Vegas, and it like makes it's really like pretty amazing how they do it in the game, because it's all like in-game engine like effects.
Oh, okay. Right.
But they kind of like it. They really kind of like it's not like matchy for like Vegas, but it's just like their own kind of representation of Vegas, how like maybe evolved over time and kind of became something bigger. But it's pretty amazing, that part. But I'm enjoying that, and played a little bit of Deathloop on Xbox, and but I enjoy that. It's pretty fun. It's just I like the main character's like his personality and his dialogue. He's got some like I don't know. He's like, what the F is this? Like just going crazy. What the F is, who the F is doing this to me right now, whatever.
Right.
But he's just like, he's a good guy. He's a cool character. I like his, and it's good to see some like, a brother get his own game kind of thing.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I played that, and then I played some Halo, and played a little bit of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. 27.
I've been enjoying that too. I know you say you didn't like it as much, but it reminds me just like GTA. I mean, it's really like GTA, but like futuristic, and you just do these side quests, you find missions, you're driving around in your car, you get out your car, you shoot people and collect weapons or whatever. I guess it's a little bit more RPG. It's more like a was it I want to say witchcraft, but it's like what's the
Witcher.
Witcher? Yeah, the Witcher. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Witcher, but futuristic. But yeah, I've been enjoying that. It's been pretty fun. I've been jumping around a little bit, but I'm trying to finish off Forbidden West before I really like kind of focus on like Deathloop or Cyberpunk. But I guess with that, I'll turn it over to you, Shannon. What you been up to, man?
So I got a question for you. Did you watch She-Hulk this week or no?
Oh, I did watch She-Hulk. I always forget I feel like, yeah.
What'd you think?
I like it. I know. And it's like, it's not like a action-packed thing. I'm enjoying it. It's like she did her thing in their like little camp, and then like I knew that the guy that she was with was shady, of course. But I don't know. I like it. It's like, I don't know. I think it's cool. It's a cool thing. I talked to my wife though. She doesn't like it like you. She's like, she's not into it. But I think
I'm just not into the last few episodes. Like they chilled out on that action. You know what I mean?
I think it's like quiet before the storm or whatever. Because
right. I do feel like they're building.
I think they're trying to get. Yeah, I think they're trying to get somewhere in the last couple. Because that was like what, 5 maybe? Was that episode 5?
That was episode 7.
7. How many are we getting?
I think it's only 9, 8 or 9.
Okay, because I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to get somewhere, and they're trying to develop her character before they get there. But I don't know. Like I it's not my turn yet, but I too like it. But I get what you're saying. Like I could definitely like the majority of the people I talk to about it are not feeling it right now. But I think it's the build up before they're like, here's a concept, and we're not going to talk about this until a movie. You're like, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah, I have some theories.
Yeah.
On some stuff. Like I think the person that they keep referencing through the text and whatnot has been in front of us this whole time.
The whole time, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see. But yeah, I don't know. It was a little disappointing to me. I watched that. I haven't watched I'm on the 2nd season, so I watched all of Abbott Elementary already. Levon, I think it's hilarious. And like,
yeah,
she just won an award. She just won an award for it. Quinta Brunson,
right?
She just won an award for the show at the Emmys or whichever one it was.
I think it was the Emmys. I thought it was
something
like that.
Yeah, Oscars, whichever one. I don't know.
What channel does that come on? Because I've been meaning to watch it, but I don't know if I have that.
You can watch it on Hulu.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Yeah,
the one thing I don't have.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I don't have.
But I think it's on ABC.
I think it's ABC. Yeah, I'm trying to think about it because I watch it on Hulu Live too. Like that's how I'm.
So I may be able to watch it on demand because I do have cable, unfortunately. So maybe I can log into the cable app and then go on demand and watch it. Maybe.
And I don't know if it'll go back to the first season though. Like if you haven't watched it at all, like I don't know if you go to the first season, but it's funny. It is very much like Levon was saying. It's like The Office, like the same type of thing. You know how a scene will play out and then they'll have like kind of the interview. It's kind of like how they do reality TV shows, or they interview them when something is happening. They be like, "No, I appreciate that." It's like that, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's
right.
I didn't watch the 2nd episode of the 2nd season yet, but I watched the first one for the 2nd season, and it's still funny. But yeah, that's a good show. I started watching this comedian. He's actually in Black Adam. Mohammed Amer is his name. So if you've seen the Black Adam trailer, he's the one that's driving the truck when they fire the missile at Black catches it. He's the guy's driving the truck. And there's the female in the passenger seat. But yeah, this dude is hilarious. He has a show called Mo, right? And it's semi-autobiographical, right? Because he's a refugee. Like his family came over from Kuwait back in the first Gulf War. So in 1990, he came over. He was like 9 years old or something like that, 9 or 10. And it's semi autobiographical, the TV show. And then I watched his 2 comedy specials that he has. So
Yeah, I watched one of them because you told me about him. So I did watch one of his specials.
Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of funny. The show ended kind of weird though. I was like, it don't seem like it should end like this for this season, but I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know. But yeah, it was just like, oh, that's crazy. What else did I watch? I didn't watch too much. Watch that. Still watching a little bit of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Take some of that in. But I'm telling you, y'all got to get on to that, man. Like you can't be sensitive if you watch it though. Like you can't be sensitive because they go hard.
Right. Don't put no punches.
Yeah, they don't. But a little bit of Madden, man, that game is really pissing me off now. Like every time
it could be better.
Every time they do an update, it seems to revert back to like previous years of stuff that was a problem. I'm like, how are y'all getting worse? Like you started out great, you know. Like I don't know if I said this before, right? Like it's like Jay-Z said to Nas, right? You had a spark when you started, but now you're just garbage. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about Madden. That's how I feel about Madden 23 right now. But I don't know. It's annoying me more and more. Like it's been a long time. It's been a long several years since I've broken a controller, but there are some days I lift that thing up and I'm like, all right, no, I'm just like, it's not your
fault. To smash this. Yeah, it's not your fault.
I feel like Robin Williams in what's the one with Matt Damon? He's like, it's not your fault, Sean.
Right.
Not Finding Forrester. What is it? Where he's the mathematician janitor.
I know it's about. It's never gonna come.
Yeah. It'll come to me. But
Good Will Hunting.
No. Good Will Hunting. That's what it is. Yes.
Wow. There it is.
Yeah. There you go, Levon.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like, man. I look at my controller like it's not your fault, controller. It's not your fault, controller. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's just getting bad. But yeah, so She-Hulk, I took in. I have not watched Andor. I don't know if any of you guys have taken in.
I haven't started it yet.
I watched all 4 episodes so far.
Is it good?
I really enjoy it, but I like Rogue One, right? So like, if you didn't like Rogue One, you're not gonna like this.
I do like Rogue One, but like again, Obi-Wan just jilted me, man. Like I was not a fan of Obi-Wan, and I'm like, are we going in the same direction with that? Like I should probably take it in because I know the first week they released 3 right off the bat, and then last week was episode 4 that they put out there. But yeah, I don't know. I want to give it a shot, but I'm gonna do like you usually do with the Disney stuff. I'm gonna let it all come out.
Let it build up.
Yeah. Right. And then just hit it all at once. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it on the what I took in this week. What about you, Ryan?
So yes, I watched all of Andor so far because I watched the first episode. I really liked it, and then I got busy, so I watched 3 last night, like all 3, the ones that were out. I really enjoyed it. But again, I like Rogue One so far. So I'm still progressing up the timeline. So I'm on episode 5 now. The Empire Strikes Back. Maybe about halfway through, I start nodding off. It's not a bad movie. It's long. It's a very long movie. So I got to finish that today. So I'm just trying to get up to the new stuff so I can start watching all the other stuff in between. But I started Andor because I've seen Rogue One, so it fits in the timeline. But I gotta get through the originals so I can get to the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. So there's plenty of content I still have to catch up on, so I'm pretty excited about that. Again, for those who are just tuning in, I started watching Star Wars in 2022. So, and I'm watching it in the wrong order. I'm watching it timeline order. I get whatever, but I'm enjoying it. I watched She-Hulk. I get what everybody's saying. No, it is very slow. It's doing a lot of character development, and they're getting somewhere. But I don't think that somewhere is going to be in the show. I think that somewhere is going to be in a movie. So slightly excited and disappointed, right? Because I really like the show, so I wish they would do more stuff in the shows moving forward, but I get that they have to set up the big movies, right? So I get that as well. Speaking of which, the Armor Wars, the show that was supposed to star War Machine, they're going to turn into a movie. They're like they got to a point where they're writing it, and they're like, no, this is going to be a movie. So that's something. So some of these shows are going to be so impactful. They're like, that could be a movie. So
Right.
that's pretty cool. And then like it'd be cool to have Don Cheadle star in his own movie, right? So that's a thing, but that means it's gonna get pushed, right? They'll probably be like phase later. Whatever phase.
Is that going to be a prequel? Do you know if that's going to be a prequel, or is it going to be one of those things where it's current timeline, where it's after?
I think it's current timeline. I think that's what they're going for. Because there's a bunch of because remember at one point there was a rival company that was still in Stark Tech and was making stuff. So I think it goes kind of more into that. There's going to be a bunch of different suits out there.
Hammer?
Like
talking about Hammer?
Yeah, Hammer. Yep, Hammer. So because I barely remember it from the comics, but I remember there was obviously Iron Man, War Machine, but then there was a few other suits that were out there. Like Punisher had a suit, which that would be dope. But so I'm interested to see where it's going to go now. Now they're going to flip it from a TV show into a movie. What else did I watch? I watched the Star Wars stuff. Watched She-Hulk. I did not make it through The Man for Toronto. I got halfway through. I started dozing. I have not gone back. It's not bad. It's just like these Netflix comedy movies. Just like man, they're not that great.
Yeah, there's nothing to write home about.
Yeah. Right. I need a bird box. I need you got to drop a banger on because Netflix is getting stagnant. So I've been flipping through trying to see what the next thing is. But yeah, for the first time in a long time, I'm like, I'll watch something else. I didn't watch anything on Apple TV. I've been meaning to go back to see what they have, but I haven't heard anybody like clamoring to watch any of those shows either. For anime, I watched Demon Slayer Mugen Train. I started watching the TV series, not the movie, which I hear is the same thing. They just broke into episodes. So I started that, and I finished Classroom of the Elite season 2. That was pretty good. Because there's not a lot of action in that show, and then like the second last episode, he's putting hands on everybody. He beat up a whole class of people.
Damn.
It's like, oh, it's like they've been building, and finally he just let them have it. And then I'm starting to catch up on Shield Hero season 2, which I'm not too. It's just okay. And Spy versus Spy. I started watching that one again. So there's a lot of anime I'm trying to catch up on. Today I'm going to go see the movie Smile. It's supposed to be. It looks the trailer made me really want to see it. The reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, I don't read them. I just look at the score. The score is not that great. Same thing with IMDb. It's just a meh score. So I'm like,
yeah.
But it looks like The Ring, kind of. Like you see something and then you have so many days before it kills you. It looks kind of like that.
It's called Smile, you said?
Smile, because people have these really like creepy smiles after they get infected with whatever it is, and if you see it, like you get it too, but it makes you, I guess, go crazy because in some scenes they show the person smiling and then they just show the person just going berserk. I'm like, I like it. I like it.
Is it M. Night Shyamalan or something? Or?
No, I forget who it is. I think I dropped you guys a trailer. If not, I definitely will. It's like a minute and 30-second trailers. It's like that could be all the good stuff. That's how long the trailer is. But it's called Smile. So I'm gonna go see that today in the evening.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't see the movie, but I saw the trailers and stuff for it. And I'd watch it like. I'm not going to the theater to see it, but I watch it like on a stream somewhere.
Right. I can see that. Yeah. Because it's literally it's a 4-minute walk to the theater for me.
Yeah. It's convenient for you. So.
But yeah, if I was back at home, I would be like, I'll wait.
Yeah.
So
that could be straight to stream, really.
Right. So remember those days? Those days were great.
Right. We need to bring COVID back so we can. Movies don't get released in the theater anymore. No.
But yeah, but yes, like I did enjoy that. I wish that was a thing that would have remained, but it's starting to go the other way. But we'll see. Like that new Flash, they keep going back and forth. Like, is it going to get released in theaters or is it going straight to HBO Max? Because I'll take it straight to HBO Max. I don't need to see it in theaters. Like, I'm sure it'll sound better, but I don't at this point. I'll rock these headphones and just enjoy it for the comfort of my own house. So we'll see what comes in. And I've been doing that with because they my stuff got shipped out this week. So I've been listening to a lot of stuff on my headphones with the laptop. And this is a game changer. Like, I'm like, maybe I don't need to buy super expensive speakers because like I'm hearing things in these headphones that are amazing. Like the footsteps, people walking up behind me and walking past me. I'm like, I don't need no rear speakers.
Ryan, I don't believe that for 1 second. I've known you for 12 years now, 13 years now. I don't believe you're going to do that. That is not going to be the case.
Man, listen, I think I'm starting to change my tune. Like the rest of the family be shut out. I'll be like, hey, y'all, I'm about to watch this movie.
Especially when you got that 80-inch, 90-inch TV that you're about to buy. You
I still need that.
Put, like,
I still need that.
Headphones on and watch
the headphones on.
You can have a nice big old sound system like boozing boozing.
Well, I can't create what I want to create. Like I can never get the sound to what I want. I need a room with 4 walls, certain ceiling height. I'm always compromising, and I'm always feeling like I'm missing out on something. Like I don't get the footsteps behind me. I can't have no rears. Like because I'll have to put the cables underneath the carpet, and I have to mount them on the wall, and you know, I don't. I can't just make these decisions by myself. So I get these incomplete implementations of surround. Well, I can just put these on.
You're just going to connect with Bluetooth. Bluetooth doesn't have that greatest of audio, especially at distance.
Yeah, which is true. But they say that these match with the Apple TV actually work really well. So I'm gonna try when I get home because I don't have Apple TV here, so it's just been my laptop in my lap with these, and so far no issues with sound. But my TV at home is probably 8 to 10 feet away, so that means the Apple TV is 8 to 10 feet away. So I'll see if it works. But if it works, man, it might be the future. I might have, I might keep a sound bar, a decent sound bar, and a sub. But when I really want to listen to something and feel immersed, I might have to go with the headphones. Might be the future.
I would be willing to throw one of my paychecks at it that you ain't gonna.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, as long as
this 2 years has broken me, sir. Like they sell receivers here. This is finally the time where I can set up a surround sound, be in heaven. And you know what? They sell receivers here. They don't sell speakers. How does that make sense? Make it make sense. And then to have speakers shipped here? No, it's not going to happen. So I've been going without. I've been just listening to just the TV speakers. So maybe that's why this sounds so phenomenal compared to TV speakers.
You've been doing that because you had to. Well, not necessarily because you had to, because it was inconvenient for you to do otherwise, right? To ship the speakers and do all that. When you get back to Mother America, right? that ain't gonna be the case, man. Like you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I forgot. They do sell these. I can just go here or go here. You know what I mean?
Right. I still have the space, and I still don't have the ability to mount things. Like so, we'll see what happens. But
you're gonna take one of your kids' rooms. You'd be like, yeah, this one will work.
You moving out, right?
You moving out now. You sleep in the office now. You know.
Right. So we'll see what the future holds on that one because I actually don't know. But right now, it's looking like headphones for me. But I think that's pretty much all I consume. And like I said, I'm gonna see Smile today. Didn't play anything. I've been just looking at my Switch because all I have. I have my Switch. I just keep looking at it. Like there's a bunch of. I downloaded a lot of games, but I don't know what I want to play. Like I got that analysis paralysis thing happening. Like, do I want to play one of these indies? Do I want to play that Moonlighter game I was talking about? Because I had to restart it. Do I want to play this Pokemon game I spent full price for that I only played like a 10% of? Like I'm like, what do I want to do with this thing? And plus, I think if my memory serves me correct, they did update the Bluetooth feature, and I could attach these to it, so that I would have some pretty good sound moving forward. So yeah, I might try that out. I might play around with that today. Aside from that, just getting off-boarded, as you civvies will call it, getting off-boarded from my current corporation, and getting ready to go home. I'll be home in 2 weeks, in a couple of days, 2 weeks and a couple of days. So I'm super excited about that. And got to figure out what I'm going to download for the plane, right? Like, what am I going to put on my phone?
Right, you got to find some.
Awesome.
You can order Hulu and download Abbott Elementary.
I could then catch up, but I always wind up downloading a bunch of stuff and then watching like 2 things.
Right.
So it's gonna be, I think this time around 17 and a half hours, 18 hours, something like that. So not the longest of plane rides for me, but definitely need to get some stuff lined up to watch, because I don't know. I think I'm flying Turkish Airlines halfway and then United the other half. So I depend on the size of the plane, I might not have a media provided to me, so I might have to pop my own stuff out. So there's that. Oh, I bought my family a PC. So it's my first PC since 2005, right? No. When I get that Mac, I got the Mac in 2010, 2011. So it's been over a decade since we had a PC in the house. So went to the website, talked to my airman. I got the recommendations of some of my airmen. Sat down, built something pretty affordable, and hit the button this weekend. It should be at the house this like Wednesday, Thursday, or something like that. So like the only person that's excited is Junior. He's excited. He's like, "Can I have the tracking number?" So watch it as it comes. But it's not a monster rig. It's just a beginner PC. I think it's a Ryzen 5, so it's integrated CPU GPU type situation. But he's playing Fortnite and Roblox, and the youngest is playing Minecraft on it, right? So like, it's going to run those things like a beast. And if they actually want to sit down and play some GTA or some Call of Duty, it'll be playable. So that's headed to the crib, and it has the ability to upgrade, right? So I can upgrade to the 3000 series. I can get them a 3050 or 3060 in the future, or whatever. Finally comes down in price, but so I can teach him how to build, right? So
nice.
I'm excited for him, right? Like it'd be his first quote unquote gaming PC, but they really just needed we just need a family computer, because the Mac is starting to die. But I've had it for, like I said, over a decade, so I got my money's worth out of it, and we'll see what the future holds for it. Like I'm sure by the time I get home, I'm gonna have to do some cybersecurity to it, some stigging. It's gonna have all this spyware third-party apps on it by the time I get to the crib. I'm like, y'all only had it for a couple weeks.
Right. You can have Cheeto dust in the keyboard.
Cheeto dust on it, yeah.
If you stick it, you ain't gonna be able to use it like you want to.
They ain't gonna be able to use it the way they want to.
Yeah.
You have the parental lock on it.
Right. But I think you should be happy, right? And then when I get home, we're going to start separating the accounts. So like they've been using my
Xbox
Game Pass and all that stuff. So there's a family plan coming out. So as soon as that drops, I'm like, hey, listen, we got to break this up.
Right.
Yeah, we got to break it up. And then I think he uses Steam for one game. So I give him his own Steam account, all that good stuff. Like, you're a man now, son. You need your own usernames with your own friend list. So, but it's all good. But yeah, when I get home, I'm going to try Cyberpunk again. So I'm going to make myself play through it a little bit more. I'm not enjoying it the way I think you're supposed to play it. I think it's supposed to be more stealthy, and it's supposed to be more RPG-ish. Like, if I try to get to a firefight, I just don't like it. But I've been also told, like, I'm not upgraded enough, right? So like, you upgrade yourself enough to get these sweet guns that shoot bullets around corners, stuff like that. So
with Cyberpunk, here's the thing. Like, at this point, you might just have to eat the money on this, right? But even this last,
I
you
was
paid like
$10 on it.
$10. Yeah, I was like, you
$10.
paid a lot on it. If I remember correctly, it was like $10. So it's like not a lot lost. Like if you don't like it, like don't. I mean, are you really
You
gonna
don't
Don't
force it on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, just go to other stuff that you know you can get some better use out of.
Right. I just need somebody like a game that's similar. Like make me a cyberpunk knockoff.
I'm sure they're out there.
Yeah.
You know, there's a
No, they got, yeah.
there's a 17-year-old out there that might be able to make that happen.
Right.
No, man, he's public enemy number one. All right, you messing with my GTA. I don't like it. Like the game's gonna drop anytime now. I think next year. I think it'll drop next year because that will be 11 years. So at least 5 years of actual development, 5-6 years of actual development. So it's gotta be coming out sometime in the near future. So, but we'll see. We'll see what that holds. And then I want that PSVR 2. I want to finally jump into VR. So I need that thing to drop. I think it's gonna. Did they announce when it's gonna drop? Like, didn't they say like spring of 03 or something like that?
I haven't been
So,
tracking that one.
Yeah,
I'm not too interested in that myself, but I already got
The
VR for like my
VR?
PC. Yeah.
You have Oculus or you have what's the other? There's the Oculus and then there's the Hive and then there's there's another one. Which one do you have?
Actually, I ended up getting the Samsung Odyssey. This was like a while back
Odyssey,
though.
there it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Samsung Odyssey. And you can play like, you can play a majority of them. You can use it to play like, especially like on Steam, like they have a bunch of VR games. You can play pretty much every game. They have like a Windows version of it, like a non like, because I don't know, the Vive, like Vive and like HTC. Oh no, the other one you mentioned.
Did I call it the Hive? I meant to say Vive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vive.
Yeah, Hive.
Oh, the Rift. Rift. That
The
was
Rift
the other one.
Vive,
Isn't that like
yeah.
Facebook or something like that?
Right. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, they have like different, I think they have their own like stores and libraries and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
a lot of the companies make them for the various stores, just like, Apple and Google or like Xbox, PlayStation, stuff like that. So you can find like a lot of stuff. But yeah, so that's what I ended up getting. I got that like a long time ago. But it's fun. It's fun to play some games. I don't play with it a whole lot, but when I first got it, I played with it a lot more. I was playing a lot of the I don't know, a lot of the games that are like, it's really like, I feel like VR is kind of like almost like a party system.
Right,
like
right.
it's for like when you want to play with a group of people and you want to like show off and like you're playing like was it Beat Saber, yeah, stuff like that. Is like which is like, it's also like a good workout too when you're like moving around and like swiping at things. But yeah, it's
yeah.
pretty cool.
I'm not trying to be in a room where I knock stuff off the shelves and knock down.
So it has a transparency mode. I think the Oculus has it too, but the PSVR 2 one they showed, like, is that the cameras are outward facing. So you map your room, so it kind of gets the perimeters. Like, okay, there's a coffee table or whatever over here, so you want to walk into it, but you can always just tap a button and then you get the actual, like, this is what's going on in my environment. So it protects you from yourself.
Yeah, but then you got to switch
Yeah.
back and forth in and out of the experience. It sounds like by doing that, right?
Yeah,
Like,
if you crazy person, are you
Yeah.
crazy?
yes, I don't know. I'm not that interested in it either, though. Like
You just start punching out people in your family.
be doing the Simpsons, but like I'm
This
just.
is so realistic.
like-
It's so realistic. You're just knocking them out.
Right.
I can
Yeah.
feel the feedback.
Yeah.
Right.
How do they do this? It's so real.
Well, no, I'll let you know because it's definitely going to be something I get if it's available, right? Because like you can't even get a PS5, so when these things drop, I would assume a lot of people are not going to jump right on it, but I don't know. Like scalpers are out there, right? So like they might release them and then they just disappear before they even get to the store. So
I thought I heard something like it's gonna be pretty expensive too. I thought it's gonna be like, I don't know.
yeah, that's what they're guessing. They're guessing it's going to be almost price, at least 400 is what they're thinking because VR headsets are going up. Like the ones that are already out are starting to go up because of supply chain issues. So like the ones that you could buy for 3 are now 4. So you're like, well, this one, the PSVR original was 3, so this one's probably gonna at least be 4, but prices are going up. Will it be 5? Will it be the same price as a console? That would deter me. That's
Right.
that's a bit much. Like
Like,
it
give
can't
you
be
a
the same price
pause,
as a
right,
console. Yeah, that would
Yeah.
deter me. I'm like, all right, I gotta wait for the thing on sale. But I
Yeah.
could see 350, something like that. Like maybe even 4, maybe. But then that would be a Christmas gift, right?
Right.
But 5, I'm out. Like I can't do more than 4.
I need to see like a catalog of games that are like worth like
Right.
getting to. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I never really paid much mind to the first one. I don't know how many games came out that were like, you got to play this on the VR, like PlayStation VR. You're gonna miss out. I don't know. I haven't really heard much about it. Like, I haven't heard anybody clamoring about games for the VR systems,
Right.
but I'm not sure. I'm sure there's some good ones.
Yeah, I expect it to be a lot of third party though, right? Like things that
Yeah.
couldn't be played on the original or will migrate over because they still got to make money, right? They develop these games and only like 10% of gamers play in VR or less. So I expect a lot of ports to start to circulate, right? Because they just want to make some of their money back. But I don't never, I never expect for it to catch fire. Like it's like all this metaverse and all this stuff. Like I don't see it yet, but also I've never worn a VR headset ever because of COVID hit. So I was like, I'm not putting that on my face because they had some here. I was like, I ain't putting that on.
Right.
Not the day COVID. So I've never actually experienced it. So I could be a naysayer. Maybe I just have to experience it to get into it. Right now, I'm just like the meta stuff. It's like it's gonna be a gold mine when it comes to cybersecurity and implementation and all that good stuff. But when it comes to actual interaction, I have not seen anything where I'm like, oh yeah, I need to jack myself into the matrix.
Right.
But this will be the gateway, right? Because I am interested in PSVR because of the haptic stuff. Like they're using the same haptic stuff in the controllers, in the actual headset, and in the joysticks. So like you can actually feel yourself pick stuff up, stuff like that. So that does interest me.
Right. It is fun though, like playing some VR. Like it is like an experience for sure. I'm not sure how much you played with VR systems in the past, but they zero. Yeah, I think it'd be a big thing for you too when you get in it. Like this, I know when I first got it, I was like, man, this is amazing. And being able to like interact with the world and like move around and like,
yeah.
Because one thing that's reason I got the Samsung back in the heyday. This is like years ago, but it's and I consider even upgrading it at some point, but I don't use it enough to really warrant it right now. But I remember like I think back in the day they had I think certain ones you had to buy the headset, you had to put up like sensors around your room to actually like sense where your controllers are at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the Samsung one had like they had like sensors on the headpiece for your controller, so you know where your hands were at, or can sense where your hands were at relative to the game system or whatever, to the world. But it's really cool, like using that to kind of grab. You can use the controllers to grab things, or you're holding it like a real gun, and like you move around like and shoot people like like you're in the real world, something like that.
Right. Yeah, so we'll see. Shannon is not convinced.
Yeah.
It's just not.
I did see they have you might be interested in this, Shannon. They have a Horizon Call of the Mountain VR game that's coming out for it. They have like a
tell me more.
So you can be Aloy and run around.
Right.
No, I don't know. It's just the experience of it, and it may just be from the videos I've seen. Like maybe I'm expecting too much. So like when I hear VR, like I need it to be real. I need it to be like when I move this off my face, it needs to look like what I'm seeing with my eyes. You know what I mean? I just I don't know if it's really there for me, right? I don't know, and I haven't really kept up with it, to be honest with you. Like the last time I watched videos on it, it was a few years ago. It was when oh man, he's dead now. The actor, not Clarence Williams, John Witherspoon. His son has a YouTube channel or whatever, and he would have his dad wear the VR stuff, and he would show what his dad was seeing through the VR.
Okay.
And the way he would react is just like, what? Like because he's old. Right? He was old at the time.
It was Pops.
Yeah, Pops is gone now. You know what I mean? But yeah, so he was like, man, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, he just,
What's going on
you know,
here?
yeah. So, but yeah, that's the last time I really looked at anything from it, and it just didn't look that great to me.
Gotcha.
Especially if you're gonna pay, like, to me, like 350. Like, you're like, yeah, I would do 350. I'm like, no, I would not do 350. Like, because here's the
controller
thing.
costs more than a game. Like, so, and my thing, right? Like, so controllers are expensive. This thing is a controller for your face. So you gotta pay a little bit more.
I don't think I could justify the price, right? Like, my
Right.
PS5 is mostly a media streamer right now, right? Like, I'm watching, I'm my streaming services on it, right? Now when God of War comes out, it's gonna get its work. It's gonna start smoking.
It's gonna catch on fire.
You're gonna get the fans will cut on for the first time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh, this happening after only like a year? What's going on here? 2 years, or however long it's been out?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here? But yeah, it's gonna get its work when God of War Ragnarok comes out.
Dang.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just
I ain't messing around.
yeah. VR just doesn't do it for me. And again, I can't substitute the price. I can't justify the price. So
right, and I definitely get, like, that's why it's never gonna blow up, because it's gonna be super expensive. Like, to get the tech right, it's gonna cost money. So it'll never be more than a small portion of the amount of consoles sold. Because I think PSVR, the original PSVR was less than 10%. It's either 10% or less than 10%. Even though that's still 120 million consoles, right? It's still 12 million people out there with headsets. That's actually pretty impressive, but that's not mainstream. Like, I only know one person who has a PSVR. So
It's true.
yeah,
I don't really know anybody with it, but I mean, yeah, I've been playing more Xbox lately than PlayStation, but I don't know anybody that has a VR right now, but
yeah.
But I know, I mean, I know you get some enjoyment out of it for sure. If you end up getting one, I'm sure you have fun with it.
Yeah, and I got a house full of people who also be interested. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, it's different for
yeah.
you too. You have a big family. You can, like, everybody's gonna get some playtime out of it, not just you.
Yeah, I get mad because they keep forgetting to put on the mannequin head.
Right.
You got to buy that, right? That's the accessory I have to buy.
Not necessarily, but yeah, you could put it on a mannequin head, like have it like a official, like,
right,
and have like some hands that hold on to controllers.
It's these accessories I need these in my life.
Right.
But no, I think that pretty much wraps up the this episode. So thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Levon. It's always a great time. I think it's a really good week. So hopefully a bunch of people will tune in during this week. Monday, Tuesday topics really good. Discussion's really good, and obviously this is always a good time. For those out there listening, definitely subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Leave us feedback. I'm getting more feedback. I definitely enjoy that. Like Mike Ware, and I think we discussed it last week. Some of his input. So definitely, like, even if it's not constructive, like, definitely, like, his was definitely constructive. But even if it's not constructive, still give us that feedback. So we can kind of figure out what interests you. I mean, we're still gonna do what we want to do anyway, but maybe you can add something that you like. But definitely share with your friends and what have you. Hit up all of our websites. I'll go by the podcast name. Give me up personally. I am RY Security Guy. That's at RY Security Guy on LinkedIn, Clubhouse, and Twitter. And you, Levon?
So you can hit me up on the Twitters at Levon Maynard.
There it is. Stay safe, stay secure.
Take care.